Testing. There we go. So we got sound. Looking good. Let me go and grab that. Stream. Okay, so I'm guessing that's gonna work. Oh, okay. Good morning. What's up, King? Hi. All right. So this morning we got a couple of things to look at here on Wednesday. I was thinking about, my trading strategy and things of that manner, and using them trading above $5. But I did dip, or not dip. I created a pre-market uh, cheaper scanner, and some of the criteria that I was looking for these cheaper stocks um, is I want to see something, especially with them being cheaper. There's no reason they should have only 1 million shares traded. We got three up today. We got BOF, we got AMST, and then I saw ZPTA up for a little bit, but it kind of went back down. But these two top ones, BOF and AMST, is what I'm seeing in the cheaper stocks. They both have over 5 million shares, and one of them has over 10 million. And we can kind of look into their news real quick and see what's going on with them. As far as the other things above $5, I saw that Tesla made a huge rip in aftermarket back up yesterday. I just feel bad for anybody that was like still short on this thing as it was falling. I mean, it fell from 180 down to 140 and then shoots back up $20 up to 162. So if they got caught in a bad position on this one, a $20 loss, even if you were just holding some options or something like that, it's just bad on Tesla. The other thing that I saw, let's see, I saw my AT&T came back up. It had dropped down as well, back up over 17. Looking for that to go ahead and break back over 20 at some point. I'm not going to be selling those shares anytime soon. Yesterday, I took a trade. Well, I actually took a trade that I thought was going to be a dividend play for a little bit longer on HR. And I was mentioning HR the other week to y'all about looking at this for a dividend play. And let's jump over here. So basically, yesterday, I've been watching this zone for a long time. I've been watching this zone from like 20 for over 6 months now. I know for sure on HR, and I just been seeing it come down. I've been waiting for this zone to come in, and you can see on the monthly chart here, this zone that I've been watching, it actually came down here and tested it and then actually entered it, and I traded it yesterday on this exit of the zone, and I just sold it for profit. Got in 14.20, out around 1450s. It just would not go any higher than 1450. It is a little bit higher float, so I wasn't expecting it to rip like a higher float, but still looking to play it, looking for it to come back in this level again. And looking for my ultimate price that I would like to get to is around 13 to $12 for a nice hold position. Yesterday I took 200 shares in it and then sold that 200 for profit. But it wasn't really supposed to be a short-term play. It just happened so quickly. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this profit and wait for it to come on lower. Because looking at the overall chart on the monthly, you can see that we are in still a downtrend, and I want it to kind of consolidate before I get a true position in this thing. But yeah, took that trade, got out, blah blah blah, took the money. Um, so today, like I said, let's go ahead and look into the news and all of this for these cheaper ones and see if they have news that is going to be dragging attention away from anything over $5. So let's start with BOF. Good morning. Good morning. Um, yeah. All those earning reports was crazy. I just like I said, I feel for anybody that was still short Tesla after that $40 drop. Now, if they got in around 80, they're really not hurting too much. They lost a bit of their profit, but if they got in lower than that, expecting it to go lower, whew. But yeah, let's jump over to BOF news and all of that stuff. BOF. Actually, let me change this back to turn this off. Okay, now, y'all can see a little bit better. BOF. All right, so Branch Out Food Inc. Does it have any relevant news on today? We go to press releases. And it did release a news, or not news, press release from the company. News, anybody can put news out. I can go on Reddit and put some news that'll circulate out. But Branch Out Food announces third contract with nation's largest retailer to total $8 million in annualized revenue, which is not huge when you look at it, but okay. New commitment valued at 300,000 brings a total annualized value to over 8 million. So wait. This is what they got. This is the commitment, 300,000. This is just the total amount. So they're not getting 8 million, they're getting 300,000. Let's see, dry fruit products expected to enter 1,400 stores in September 2024. Let's see, a pioneering food technology company, a producer of dehydrated food or fruit and vegetable-based products, today announced it has expanded its existing relationship with the nation's largest retailer, which is unnamed. I guess they want you to just go and see what the nation's largest dehydrated fruit and vegetable-based products provider is. The new agreement brings the total annualized value of the commitments to 8 million. Okay, we already discovered that. Eric Healy, CEO of Branch Out Food, said, "We are excited to announce Branch Out Food has signed its third contract with the nation." Okay, they keep putting the nation's largest retailer. Just name them. Okay. Branch Out's private label offering is a key segment of our business, and we are very pleased to be adding contracts with leading retailers across the country. Okay. So it says, along with its established relationship with the nation's largest retailer, Branch Out. Yeah, that's not done accidentally. They keep putting that nation's largest retailer in there, and I'm guessing that they're hoping that that catches people's eye. They're hoping and praying that catches people's eye, and they go and see what's going on over there. Let's go over to the next one. AMST. AMST. So this one, it's that lower price type news where they're just putting in a keyword over and over and hoping that you bite on it. AMST. Now, what I will say is at the open, that's probably going to be the best time to try to attack this one. And like for the most part, most of the lower price ones, it's pretty much the best time, because if they're going to go up, they're going to go up quickly and then they're going to plummet. If they go down, though, it's hard to buy a dip on these lower ones because you don't know if they're going to stop. They might just keep going, and now you're at $1 per share. But AMST is our next one. Let's go over to press releases, and I am using NASDAQ.com to view these press releases. Now, the press releases are at Yahoo Finance and MarketWatch as well, but I just like this display, and I like to be able to go back. Like they actually put all of your recent quotes that you searched up here, and you can just BOF, AMST, and it's right on command. Yahoo, I mean, you could build something, but it's a little bit more complicated. And then MarketWatch is a little bit more complicated as well. So I'm like, I like this. And also, if you get signed up with this and you have an account, you can also add these to your watch list or to a specific portfolio from here as well. Um, but anyway, Amis site launches revolutionary nurse magic. Okay, let's click into that. So we got a keyword in the headline: AI tools. AI being that big keyword. Amis site launches revolutionary nurse magic app in beta to empower 5.2 million nurses. Now this is looking like it's going to be affecting quite a bit of people. 5.2 million nurses. It does say that it's in beta right now with AI tools. New app marks Amis Site's entry into B2C AI mobile applications market. It's a leading artificial intelligence software company offering a cloud-based learning platform for business and education markets. Today announced the beta release of Nurse Magic, an innovative and proprietary app designed for nurses. This new web app uses AI to provide helpful and easy to use tools for over 5.2 million nurses, making their daily tasks easier and more efficient. Additionally, with its status as joint provider with PACE, also offers convenient accredited continuing education programs to nurses on the app, enabling them to meet requirements for licensure. Nurse Magic features include Med Decode to quickly translate medical terms into simple language. Professional email generator creates practical work emails quickly. Care Talk assists nurses in talking to patients effectively and with compassion. Okay, so I guess it's going to teach them how to speak nicely. Okay. Wellness break coaches nurses on taking effective breaks during the day. Med Explainer enables nurses to explain medical practices to patients. Okay, I'm just thinking about that. They should have got that out of med school, but okay, not med school, nursing school, but okay. Um, so that means even if you snuck past all of the exams and you're a great test taker and you're a horrible people person, this thing can help you. Um, Image to text converts images to text for easy reading and communication. MedUverse offers key information about medications. Nurse T collects instant feedback through surveys that are shared with the community. Okay, so they got a couple of things going there to help even the lowliest of nurses. But yeah, that's our two main ones. They're up. BOF is up 67%. It is struggling to hold $2, and AMST is up $3.36. It's going to probably give the better range out of the two. But looking at the ATRs right now, the ATR for BOF is 21 cents. And the ATR for AMST is only 14 cents. So we'll see how this is recalculated on the open. Um, but yeah, interesting, interesting. Good morning, Lori Lee, and good morning, Donnell. Interesting. Let's see. We also above five, and these are the more expensive stocks. Really, RILI is up 45%. It does offer a dividend, but let's go look at that one. See what kind of news, or it might be earnings as well. Really, really Financial Inc. B Riley. I think it is Riley instead of really. Okay, 2 hours ago, B. Riley Financial files 2023 annual report on Form 10K. Must have been pretty good. And then 2 days ago, they expand Western Canada restructuring practice with senior hire. And so they got news coming in, looks like every couple of days. And then this last news was on its actual dividend, which was back on April 9th, which is all still in this month. Yeah, so they're constantly pumping out press releases. Let's go look at really. It's up 31. I mean, it's not up. It has gapped up from 21 at the close up to 31. That's $10 of movement. And I think it is a still looks like it's a low float. Let's go look at this. RILY really financial. I almost laughed at that picture I just saw of Elon. Let's see statistics on really. Statistics float is 16.01 million. So it is one of those lower floats. Has about half and half held by insiders and institutions. So looks like people kind of like this one. When we usually look at small caps, we don't really see half and half much. You know, institutions and insiders being there like, this is pretty good. Let's continue to, partake in this, right? When we go to small caps, we usually see absolute trash. Like, let me type in AMST. Let's see who's interested. AMST float 1.72, held by insiders, held by institutions, 3%. So that's a small cap for you. Let's go to BOF, my bad. BOF statistics. Pull up those statistics. We have a float of 2.42. Look at this, held by insiders, held by institutions, 2%. So, the better the company is actually doing, the more the institutions want to be holding, right? And this is one reason that you need to know, hey, you probably need to be quick on this because institutions aren't looking to hold this. So even if big money comes or if a big move is there, who's going to hold it up? Are they just going to be like, yeah, let's dump these shares? Let me read King Hargrave. Yeah, AMST is pushing upwards. We're gonna see how the ATR is calculated on the open. We have about 12 minutes until the open, and we'll see the true action here. So I'm gonna throw. I guess I'll throw really on the watch, and AMST and BOF. Those three I'll be watching, but everything else, we're looking for things that really, when we're looking for movers, we're looking for things that have already gapped 10%. If it's after the opening, they're gapping up, sometimes you've already missed the move. And it's like, well, there it goes. Sometimes you can chase it, but for the most part, it's just hard to find entries after it's already just ripping out of nowhere. At least with this pre-market information, we already see it. We got eyes on it, and we have analyzed it, looked at the news and all of that stuff, and verified that it is a low float. And BOF and AMST are low floats. They're just a little bit cheaper low floats. So we'll see what stands out. King says PEB. Let's jump over to PEB here. PEB, how much volume is on this one? PEB. That one looks like a higher float. Let's go look at PEB. Looks like a higher float, but I don't know. We'll see. Pebblebrook Hotel Trust. Ooh, this doesn't sound like it's too unsafe. It doesn't sound like it'll move a whole lot because it's a trust. And you really don't want a volatile trust, right? You got your assets in there, and that trust is just all over the place. It may be crazy. So let's pop over to the charts before we look into this. So looking on the higher time frame, we can see that it has moved. And does it pay a dividend? It does. It pays a quarterly dividend. So yeah, you really don't want your dividends to be crazy volatile. But it went up to $50. Came back down to 22, went up to 41, came back down. I actually want to see how much they pay on their dividend, though. Let's go to PEB. Now, this one may be more of a dividend play. Let's go see what this thing's talking about. PEB dividend history. Okay, so, ooh, that dividend is horrible. 4 cents a year? So you telling me? No. That dividend is, okay. So we know people aren't getting into this for the dividend at 4 cents per year per share. And how often it pays 1 cent quarterly. That's insane. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so they must be doing. Let me go and look at what the actual company does, because that is crazy. It's like every quarter. Okay, let's see. Pebble Hotel Trust is a publicly traded real estate investment trust and the largest owner of urban and resort lifestyle hotels, resorts in the U.S. The company owns 47 hotels and resorts totaling approximately 12,200 guest rooms across 13 urban resorts. Okay, that makes sense. If they are acquiring real estate assets, they need the money to acquire it. So they're only paying their investors very little and keeping most of the money to do acquisitions. So that makes a little bit of sense, but still, man, that dividend looks bone dry. But yeah, looking over here on the higher time frames, looks like during 2020 it dipped down here to $8, and I guess it has a little bit of zone. Let me zoom in here, zoom back. So it went all the way down to 539 down in here, where it kind of held above 10. So it's kind of like a zone between 10 and 5. But it is working its way toward, or it actually came close, but didn't actually get a test up here to 11, right under the 12s, and popped up. I'm wondering what a retest of 11 and what a even if it went down there. I mean, I don't even know if it's worth it. I like to get paid to wait, you know, like on HR. HR has a beautiful dividend and all of that. Plus, it has a obvious level down here. And if we go and look at HR's dividend, which I know Reliable hates me for this. Reliable's like, man, I don't like them dividends. I don't like getting paid money. But let's see. Where is this one? HR. Look at the dividend on this one. Healthcare Realty. This is also a real estate trust, but look at the difference in the annual dividend per share. 1 cent to $1.24. And every quarter you're getting paid 31 cents instead of 1 cent. You know, so if I take the trade, even if the trade goes red on me, I'm still getting my dividend payouts, which is alleviating that loss. So let's say if it goes red, $50, but I'm getting paid, a pretty good amount per quarter. I'm eating into that loss. If you take the trade on PEB and you go into the red, how long is it going to take to alleviate that loss with a 1 cent dividend? You know, that's how I'm looking at it. Reliable says, ironically, I just tuned in when I hey, I was just showing them the two he had called out PEB, which we were looking at here. Let's jump over here. PEB gapping up there from 1554 up here to 1622, 1621. Now I don't know if this is going to be a day trade just based on the movement. A lot of times people, when you're in the woods or when you're hunting, or you're kind of very observant, motion catches your eye. And so I don't know if this would catch the eye of retail or institutional, because a lot of them are looking for motion in the market, momentum. So I would say I'll just be very aware of that you may be trading by yourself if you do take that trade. Back over to BOF and MST, big wick up there to 387 on AMST, and kind of just coming back into this value level. We can see the majority of the trading. This is what the volume profile shows us. The top 70% traded within this market, pre-market area today, is right around 315 up to 348. So we'll see how it holds the 350. Actually, I just say 350 actually. But looking over here on the higher time frame on AMST, pull that over here, higher time frame, we can see that it's been getting beat down for quite a while. And I know Reliable likes these stocks that's been beat down, and he looks for them to continue off of the bottom. as well. We did look at the catalysts already, and both of the catalysts are like, eh. But they are lower priced because of that. If the catalysts were great, they would definitely be over 5. But yeah, definitely those two are leading the way on the day, and we'll see how they. Because I mean, those are our leading gappers. AMST is up 82%, may hit 100 today. We'll see, but it is showing a little bit of selling off already. But we'll have to see what the ATRs are. If it can hold up those ATRs, I'm thinking it's bullish. If it dumps, it's probably bearish. So we'll see. Uh, we shall see. Reliable call said he took an 85, 87 feel on Wimmy. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, we do have a lot of dividend talks. Reliable's always trying to get me to hate dividends, and I'm like, bro, I'm good over here. I just just want to get paid to wait. And then he says he thinks NKG has a nice chance to fight. I don't know where that's sitting right now. Let's see, NKGN, nice chance to fight. It has had pops. It has had pops. It has not done the drop that it normally does though yet. So we'll see what that's about. Good morning, Drifter. Drifter in the building. Let's see. There's positives and negatives to with some that come with dividends. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Make sure you and the other thing is make sure you get qualified dividends. So they when you go to pay your taxes, they don't get charged as regular income. They get the dividend, they get the qualified dividend treatment at taxes. Because I believe all of my dividends were qualified this time. I don't think I had any unqualified dividends. So all of them were able to be taxed away from my actual regular income, which was amazing. Anyway, we are waiting on the open with a minute and 30 seconds left to go. The four, the four that I'm looking at on the current watch list is BOF. It's up 67%. The only reason I'm watching these is because they're the only thing moving right now, and I would hate for y'all to miss these if you have a strategy to play these. Um, we looked at P. Oh, why is PEB in there? Okay, and then really was up 40%. This is a quarter. It pays a quarterly dividend and all of that stuff. We kind of looked at it, or did we look at it? I don't even know. Really, just kind of moving. It did have some kind of type of news. It pays $2 per share annual dividend. Has a quarterly dividend, so it just runs laps around PEB as well. And then let's go over to press releases. Oh yeah, this was it releases annual report or whatnot. Okay, so yeah, those are the three we're really watching there. BOF, AMST, and really we'll start off. I'm gonna start off with AMST off the rip. Watching it, we have about 15 seconds left. It did push back up there towards where it was trying to go, 384. And that means the ATR is going to be like, what's this, 14 cents? So the ATR is going to be, it's going to be hard to hold up that ATR. Okay, there's the ATR calculating. ATR high is the 402 up there. So let's see the reaction at pretty much $4 flat, but that's the calculation there. And then the ATR low is right here at the 358. 358. So looking like it's going down towards that 358 and popping back up midway. I see a little bit of volume coming in right here, so we'll see. A little bit a ways away from that. Let's also look at BO. Nah, BOF is just kind of going down. Not too worried about that one. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything meeting my criteria. There is not yet. Okay, so AMST. If we look over here on the relative volume, we like to look for cancerous stocks, things that have the ability to explode. BOF has 100 and almost 150 times the regular or the normal trading volume on it. AMST has 617 times the regular trading volume. The standard deviations away from the norm are both over 7, so these are very abnormal movers. AMST has 18 million and BOF has 11 million shares traded. So very abnormal, cancerous looking stocks that could do some things either direction. So let's see how they play out. Let's jump over here to BOF real quick. BOF has an ATR high of 211, ATR low of 179. Just kind of trading. And as long as it's in between this ATR, I kind of look at it as just consolidation until it makes a decision whether it wants to break down or break upward. All right, back over to AMST. Testing that ATR low right now, getting a little bit of a bounce off of this 356 level. This candle has not closed yet. It is 70. Looking at the buy sell indicator, we're still 70% on the sellers. Wow, getting bought back up there, like halfway. Okay, so a little bit of action in there. Bought off of that ATR low, but you know how many times can it really do that? Oh, almost slipped it. Almost slipped it again. Uh-oh. There's the breakdown of the ATR low. And at this point, if the candle closes under the low, I'm thinking we're into a downtrend and we will be playing the desperation mode. So we're looking for green, any green that can give us a play back. But are we desperate right now? Are we desperate? Have we put ourselves in a hole already? If not, and you're still sitting like neutral, you're not desperate. So you know, you trade down there if you want to, but just know you are going against the sellers if this candle closes under there. We'll see. But yeah, the control point back here, we can see the point of control is at 328, which is what it's headed towards. This previous level of, I wouldn't even call this true consolidation. It was kind of like a three kind of sell-off candles into a big rip, and now it's just showing a whole lot of bearish movement. BOF still in indecision. Both of these starting candles are not looking the greatest. Really pumping up and getting over. And look at this high here, 33.54. This is our last watcher. It is above the ATR, so we'll see if it can actually hold up this ATR of 32.27. Getting some moves. Now this one is a little bit bigger, a little bit more expensive stock, and it doesn't look as cancerous. So looking at really on the relative volume, only 2 times its normal relative volume, but it is building up, building out. But with it being a higher price stock, less people will be probably trading for momentum. And then the relative standard deviations, everything's 2 across the board, basically. It's about to hit into the 3s though. And it is headed out. It actually looks the most bullish as of right now though. On really getting up to these highs and peaking over these highs at the 33.63, and we'll just see how it holds the ATR. It does have a ATR of $2.68. And the way that I calculate ATR, the way that I put my stop in with the ATR, so if I say, okay, it's got an ATR of 2.68 cents, I'll be looking for 25% of this move. So I'll be moving my stop from wherever the break even is. Every 67 cents, I'll be moving my stop up. That's it. So until I capture the whole thing. So from, let's see, the price of the ATR high was 32.37. So let's just add 32.38. And so my stop would be 33.05. And then the next stop would be 33.67, 33.72, and then it would just keep moving until I capture the whole thing. Right? That's it. Easy risk management calculation. But we are still in the first 15 minutes of this thing. It threw that nice wick up there and coming back and finding itself below this breakout spot, and coming back down to this ATR high. So we'll see how that plays out. AMTS did hit the top of the ATR. King called out poet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me read some of these. Am I okay? Reliable said ENPH not on the watch list today. Of course not. It's a bigger move. It may not move today. ENPH may not move today, or let's see what the volume is on ENPH. Let me see. Let me see. Are people looking over there? It's only got 1 million shares traded, dipped down. Yeah, yeah. ENPH. I'm thinking it can go below or back towards this level here on the higher time frame. I'm thinking ENPH can go and hit this 78 level before it tries to do anything back up to the top side. It may actually crack down to 78. So I was looking around 75. I was like, yeah, if it breaks down to 78, they're gonna have to get some reconfidence in this thing. But yeah, I'm not looking to buy that thing up that high because I'm thinking it's gonna come down. Let's me go back. Okay, ENPH. King said poet. Reliable Rudy said INDO. Now is POET? Is that a ticker? Let me not miss that. Poet. Okay, poet threw a also threw a wick up there to 212 on poet. What is the Okay, so looking at Poet, the only thing, see, when it comes to these cheaper stocks like Poet, they need to be cancerous. This one only has 4 times it's the relative volume. And look at this competition, almost 1,000 times on AMST, looking like it's breaking for higher, over 100%, and then almost what 200 times on BOF. Now, if I wasn't using my other scanner, the only thing that I would have seen today is AMST. If it can hold over 100%, is going to pop up here on this top movers above above or under $5, right? That's the only one I would have seen. So Poet, it's just got a lot of competition on the board, to be honest. Plus, let's go look at the news catalyst for Poet, if it has any. POET. Poet. Press releases. Okay, it doesn't even have news on the day. Last news was on the 17th, which was the Wednesday of last week. It augments investor outreach effort, and it's not even really strong news there either. So, yeah, I would definitely look for more fresh news, fresh wounds to try to capitalize on. AMST getting above the ATR high now of the 408. And we'll see how this candle closes. It looks pretty strong over this ATR now. Above the ATR, I'm like, hey, this thing is bullish. This is looking real bullish. So we'll see how it holds above these levels of the $4. And we'll see if it can pull this point of control up a little bit. But it looks like it wants to get up to 450. Up 113%. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning out the scans. I'm going to get rid of BOF. And this is one of the reasons I only want these things that are over 100%, because they're the only ones that really matter to me. Like, I can easily go and look at what's going on here, and it's up now. It's popped up here. So I'm really like, I can just look for these types, right? These that have a reason to be moving, and they're cancers. All right, AMST value level high is the 1411. Trying to stay above that 1411. And then really still struggling with this ATR high here. So nothing I can do with that one. Yes, really is cooking, man. Really is. And yeah. So really would have definitely been on my scans, and AMST. Those are the top two that I have here. And that's how you narrow down your scans. You don't have to be looking at everything. You need to find the cancerous stocks. The ones that can explode and get nasty. Nasty. All right, AMST getting slammed down under the ATR high. We'll see how this closes. But it has tested both sides. It's going to have to make a decision whether it wants to hold up or go down. But nice little slam under that $4. Back over to really. still right at the ATR high. And I mean, it could really retest up here. Let's go look at the bigger charts here on RILY. So we can see it had a huge, wait, whoa. Maybe it has some reverse splits. I don't know if it actually did a fall from $198 down here to 79 cents or 20 cents. I don't know if that's the case. May have done reverse splits, but looking out here on the monthly chart, we can see that it does have quite wide ranges between the months. So $88 up here, ending at $50. $70 here, ending the month at $44. So big swings in these movements. Let's go over to the weekly here. Let me maximize this so we can just look at this one. Maximize. Okay, so weekly. Here we can see the past couple of weeks. This week was what, 19 all the way up to 25. 19 back up to 25, slam down. 15 up to 19. So very, very big ranges. Let's look at the daily chart as well and look at the ranges here. So we can see, let's see, this one on the daily was 25 down to 16. Just huge ranges, to be honest. It does it. Now on the daily chart, the ATR here is up at the 33.41 and the ATR low is at the 27.83. Really don't want to see it push that ATR low, and I'll go ahead and put this up here as ATR high. ATR high on a daily, based on daily. And then change this color to green if it stays above that, and then our ATR low based on daily, and change this to a red color. Red. Okay, so we got our ATR high and low, and now that is marked on our smaller time frames. This is the true ATR. So the 15-minute ATR, you could enter here, but it's a little bit more risky because you don't have that confirmation of the real ATR up here of that 34.41 of it holding, right? But it is still a very bullish movement, very bullish look on this one, trying to hold up this 33.41. But yeah, we will see if it can do that. And of course, you can mark all of these. That's the ATR high based on the daily. I could do based on the 4-hour and then based on the hour. And but I don't feel like making all of those. All I really need to see is a daily, and I can look at my other charts for the hourly and all that stuff to make sure that it's above. It's got time frame alignment, so it's above the ATRs across the board. But yeah, pushing back down away from, it's now under all ATRs, so looking quite like it's going to enter into consolidation. Same thing with AMST. Let's go out here and look at the daily ATR out here, 410, and then it has a low of 350 ATR high and low. And let's go ahead and edit those, and I just put it ATRH and move that to green. And then ATRL, move that to red. ATRL, whoops, L, move that to red. Okay, so now we have our ATR lows there, highs there. All right, so now we have the true ATR, and it's kind of in alignment. It's very close to the 15-minute, but not quite there. It needs to break over this 410 to be over the ATR again. Anything else popping in on the scans? Really, like I said, when they're just trading in between this, I'm just thinking it's just consolidation. Everything is a lie until it makes a decision to get out. And my play is the ATR break and hold. So, and by break and hold, I mean break and close the candle above the true ATR. That's what I'm looking for. Or I say true ATR. Break and hold the level above the sometimes I use a 15 minute. It just depends on how the momentum's going and how the range is. If it's a really rangy stock, I'll just take it on the 15 minute. If it's not rangy, I usually take the daily ATR up there. If we look back over here on the time or the daily chart, we can see it is heading down towards that ATR low after giving up the ATR high there, going red on the day. And this is why I'm like, yo, first couple of minutes of the market just needs to be analysis. You need to be looking around and not trying to get your head chopped off by one of these stocks. AMST re-challenging that ATR high of the 410 right now, throwing some wicks above that ATR high. And let's see if it's gonna double top here. So the high of the previous candle was 434, and this high is 427. Let me read some of these chats as well. Let me see. AMSC. Reliable called out Wolf is a new swing I'd be interested in around 250. Wolf. Okay. Let's see what this one wants to do though. Is it going to fail back? That'll be 2 times on 2 15-minute candles that this thing has shown resistance here. But it looks like 410 is becoming a little bit of support. If this candle can close around this level at 410, we'll see. But if it can't, it'll be not great. 410 looking like it's holding right now though. Up 110%. Can it get 120%, 130%? And how much of the move can you actually capture? Right now, the ATR is 30 cents on this one. So, with my logic on this ATR thing, let's say it's 30 cents. And let's say our entry was 410. So, or actually, yes, entry 410. I want 25% of this 30% move. So I'll be moving my stop every 7 cents based on my risk analysis, right? So if I got in at 410, where's 410? 410, that's just not enough room for me, bro. Plus 7 cents, 7, oh my gosh, no. 410 plus 7 cents. Just not enough. Not really enough. 417 is where it's at right now. And if it was to snap down this ATR, it would easily get me out on based on that mathematical equation, which I would have been stopped out right there. Right there, I'm stopped out. And is it going to pop back up, back over this ATR? I would have been stopped out and been looking for, hey, let's see if it'll set up again. But this is under $5, so I actually wouldn't be looking to see if it's going to set up again. I'd just be like, well, I traded the wrong stop. I'm out. But yeah, I definitely would have got stopped out with 7 cents of profit. Maybe a little bit of slippage, but still not giving back that. Because I want to get to my break even as soon as possible. When it gets over break even, I'm not trying to go back red. I'm sorry. Especially with taking 1,000 shares, 500 shares and stuff like that. Nah, I'm good. You stop me out, I'm good. But that strategy would have got you at least maybe like 5 cents, maybe on a good position, right? Because you're gonna get a little bit of slippage on this one. And then you'll be looking for it to reset up. Can it hold that 410 again? You can re-enter and look for, the same thing. Hey, if it wants to get going, great. If it wants to just pay me out 7 cents, 25% of the move, okay. And it really doesn't matter if you get 7 cents, 7 cents on multiple trades or 7 cents out of the same trade. So you're in the same trade, get 7 cents, get 14 cents, get 21 cents. It doesn't matter. All you're trying to do is capture the whole ATR, which is 30 cents right now. So we'll see how it does here. Really going under, going all the way back down to the ATR low, testing this ATR low, but not really breaking out of it. This is looking like a big consolidation in here. We'll see how it handles this ATR low here on the 15-minute, and if it breaks the daily ATR low. But back up here towards AMST, still going around. Mula, what's up? What's up? You said, nah, blood, stop trading. I can tell you're my wait. Whoa. Mullah says, "Nah, blood, stop trading. I can tell you're. I can tell. I Mullah, could you retype that? Wait. Okay, let me try to read this again. Nah, blood, stop trading. I can tell you're my liquidity by you yapping. Ain't no wrong stock. My guy trade forex. Strategy called not losing my last bucks. I I don't know. I'm trying to understand, but I'm guessing you trade forex. Nice. Hey, the thing is, there's so many markets to trade, and there's so many ways to make money. You know, if you trade forex and you definitely have some input on forex, and there's some forex people, that's dope. I don't know what kind of I don't know what exchanges that you change or that you trade or currency pairs, but hey, forex is dope. All I'm doing, I'm looking at the market. I'm saying, okay, what is giving me something that is so good that it's giving me my variables, it's giving me the explosive nature of a stock that I'm looking for, and I can capitalize on this move. Now we are trading small caps, so we're trading catalyst based movements for the most part. Sometimes there is no catalyst and they're just going crazy and they'll chop you up. But we're trading catalyst based movements to get a profit. Um, but yeah, interesting. Okay, AMST up here to the 410. Is 410 becoming okay? It is getting past it a little bit. Yeah, so 410 is the ATR high that this is currently trading on. Let's see. Can we throw 410? This one's going to be closing in just a little bit. Got about 8 minutes left before the close of this candle, and it's looking like 410 is becoming somewhat of support here. We'll see if it can actually become support though. 410, 410, 410. A little bit of volume coming in here as well, so somebody is interested in these levels. Candle is still not closed yet. There was a big size at 410 20. It kind of got shot through. Interesting. Looks like they're getting filled now and pumping it downwards off of that 410 level. Ooh. And yeah, so yeah, that 410, I was like, yo, it just slipped through the 420 and there was a huge size there. I was like, that is crazy. It just went through there like that. But yeah, AMST taking a little bit of a dump back under 100%, back within and under the ATR, back to the control point there. Okay. So wondering what's going to be really getting bought up off of this ATR low quite a bit. We'll see how these candles close. ATR low was at 28 and it popped all the way back up to 30. So that's a $2, pretty much a $2 range in here that just got bought up. We'll see how it holds this range and if it wants to try to get up and go higher. It is still holding up its 40%. So it is, you know, beginning to move on up. It does not. It's still not relatively super abnormal, but it is abnormal for really. It's 5 times the regular volume, and also on the standard deviation for almost 5 times the deviations away from the norm as well. So we'll see. We'll see what it wants to do, playing around that 30. And if it can play back and test those highs up there at 33, that's a $3 move. So we'll see. Um, so Thinkorswim is the interface that I'm using, yes. Um, oh, you were in a bad mood. Oh, got you. No, it's all good, dude. This is the vent area. Come in here and vent, bro. Vent. But you said ICT concepts. Yeah. I've actually seen a lot of people they have mixed reviews about ICT. I don't know how good. I've heard good. I've heard bad. I've heard in between where they're like they gave me the base structure that I needed to move higher. I don't really know. I've never been in ICT or studied ICT concepts. Um, I pretty much have done my analysis on. First of all, I wanted to see what professional traders were into, right? Especially professional small cap traders. I originally started in options, which was horrible. I lost money in that thing. Oh my god! Now I traded for a while and I did well for a while, but the loss that I took when I did take a loss, let me just say, it was like a baptism by fire. Let's just say that. But anyway, I jumped from options and I was like, man, I had to really get into it and study. And I was like, okay, options are derivatives of stocks, right? And so I want to get to know these instruments that options are derived from before I can actually do anything with options. So I jumped over to large cap stocks, started trading stuff like big stuff, like Walmart and like big stuff. And the volatility on those was very, very non-existent. I mean, you would need to be trading in between very, very tight channels on stocks like that, right? And I wasn't really trading anything with big range because I really didn't know about range and how important it was for you to make money with range. And so that was when I was first starting. And then I got into trading small caps when they got hot. They actually had a really hot season in 2019 coming into 2020. And that's kind of like when I was getting in and kind of learning things and touching buttons and things like that. And then 2020 came and it was like middle of the pandemic and everything was hot. Like if you put money in the market, it was going up. It didn't matter. It could be the worst catalyst. It could be anything. And it's just going up. I'm like, what? Let me get in on this. But then I quickly realized that after that died down is when the real strategies came back into play. And the people that had the real strategies or the real data that had been working, those were the people that continued to be profitable. And the ones that didn't, baptism by fire. But yeah, man, come in here and vent, bro. Let it all off, man. No ticker just saw bro and thought he was a retail trader. Oh yeah, yeah, I guess I am a retail trader. I'm just a retail trader that's not trying to get obliterated in the market. This is therapy for me too. Because the thing is, I remember, like, bro, I took some losses. I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to get a second job for these losses. Third job, fourth job. I'm gonna be looking for anything. I'm telling you, bro, it was a lot of days I was looking at the cereal box like this may be my last meal. No, I'm playing. But yeah, I do still have a day job. I don't do this full time. I work as an engineer, network engineer. I wear a couple of hats. I'm an administrator for a company in cybersecurity. So, I do that as a day job and I do this. I really don't trade a lot or a lot of time. I just have my strategy. I look for the things that are meet my strategy and take the trade. That's it. I don't really need to trade all day. I'm looking for specific things in a specific time frame to be lining up a specific way, and then I take the trade. That's it. And then I manage the risk. Well, I manage the risk before the trade, and then we kind of see where it goes from there. Sizu is one that was moving the other day. Had a pop up with no real, and this is what we were talking about in pre-market. These that just pop up without any pre-market conviction. It's just a pop up. Popped up from 8 up here to $13. Huge rip. It only has 3 million shares traded on it. And no, it's not just for fun. Moolah? What in the world? No, this ain't just for fun. If it was just for fun, I would have already taken 500 trades. Let's see. But yeah, I'm profitable because I'm selective. I'm not out here just swinging at the fences. Now, some days, I will. And the thing is, anybody can make the beginner mistakes. You see professionals do it, but they do it with grace, right? They do it like, okay, I made this mistake. Let me quickly cut my loss and not let this thing destroy me, right? You can get caught over trading. You can get caught, there's so many things that you can break and take in a low probability trade. Even if it is your strategy, it could still be a low probability trade, right? Based if your variables, all your variables aren't met. Okay, but really going on down, let's jump over to AMST. Still plummeting down. That ATR low was the 350 and going on down. So we'll see. CZU is still up 24%, but I don't know how well it's going to hold. Did it receive more news today? Let's go look at CZU. Last news was March 6th, 2024 on the press releases. I really don't mess with the regular news because pretty much anybody can post on this regular news, right? And even their regular news is back, December 18th, 2023. And I'm looking for press releases from the company, or from analysts, right? And sometimes analysts don't matter either. They'll give up the price. They'll change the rating to buy or sell or whatever. And sometimes that doesn't matter either. But from the company, if they're getting partnerships or I don't know, right here it says Kazoo announces transition to pure play automotive marketplace business model, but you know, not the greatest news there, and which is probably why it's not really holding up on that quick spike. Use Forex Factory for news. Forex Factory is what he uses for news. Nice. Yeah, reliable. Yeah, I back test every bro. When I tell you I back test this, you know, I work at a computer a lot, but when it came to back testing, I probably did more on those days because this is how I back test. I took the trade on a Saturday and I woke up in the morning as if it was a trading day. So I could be in the same mindset, in the same time frame and everything. And I opened up my TOS, the you can go back in time and play it back. I played it back as if it was real life. Like I played it back from the beginning, pre-market all the way to my trading time period. And I just sat there and waited patiently. And I just practiced patience doing that. So it wasn't just I'm skipping ahead to where I took the trade and this is the mistake. No, I actually back tested it as if it was the day that it was traded. So I was like, okay, let me see where my mind was morning time at this time on a Saturday and just play it as is, right? I didn't want to be practicing in the afternoon where I've already probably eaten a meal and gotten all this other stuff on my mind. I woke up and did it like that. So that's kind of how I was back testing. And I had to back test a lot of trades from 2020. It took me a while. It took me like 5 months to back test everything. 5 or 6 months. It was painful. But it allowed me to realize that the things that I did were not stupid. All of the data was necessary to get the probabilities that I needed in my plays. Because without it, I was just in 2020. I was just it's going up anyway. It's going up anyway. I was a profession. Some traders are good gamblers. I was a bad gambler on steroids because I was hopeful. I didn't have any probabilities. I just was like, I feel like this can go. And those feelings just ended me up um, in the belly of the whale, I guess. You know. But yeah, this is past my trading time. I looked across the market, checked out everything. AMST went on down. Really may I don't know what it's gonna do. It's kind of fading off into consolidation here. Let's jump over here to the scans. Yeah, not really seeing a whole lot over 10% that is moving. Tesla had the big run back up, of course, overnight. Absolutely slaughtered anybody that was short on it from yesterday, and it's still going higher. Got these top four above $5. Really, CZU, Tesla, and VRT. And under that, I really don't see a whole lot. Veil, man, why won't Veil come down, bro? Anyway, I'm waiting on Veil to come down to get some entries for a dividend play, but whatever. We'll let that do its thing. And then AT&T went back down. It was at 17.20 at the open. Took a little dip down there, but that's okay as well. I'll pick some more of that up if it comes low enough. But yeah, that is it for me today. Appreciate you guys. Let me read some of these chats real quick before I jump out of here. Really getting cooked. Let's see. NKG, Text Trader, use Forex Factory. Have you tried indices? If I have indices, they're going to be in my dividend portfolio. I usually just like dividend plays on indices and things like that. I haven't really day traded any indices or anything like that. Don't call it gambling, please. Well, when I started, it was definitely gambling because it wasn't a probability based strategy and it wasn't a probability based entry. It was like reliable Rudy says, poop all over the place. That's what it was. But yeah, reliable says I'm not getting bail under 10. Maybe not. I'll wait though. Yes, we got a Discord. It's actually been dropped in the chat. It's been dropped in the chat. Let me look back. Yeah. It says check out HH Trader Discord. No paywall, free to join. You ain't paying for anything, but you can come in there and talk, and I can actually talk to you throughout the day instead of on the stream. So, if you have any questions or things like that about anything, literally, it's, shoot it. Shoot it. But yeah, that is it for me today. I got to get to some other work. But I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If I'm going to miss a stream, I let you guys know on the YouTube channel, on Twitch, on Facebook, on whatever. And if you don't see me, that's why. Check the community comments. But anyway, that is it for me today. And as always, what was I saying? I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.